Alright guys, it's your boy Shades and Trades here. The Degenerate series. Let's go over Gmpr. The Degenerate series. It's a new series where I buy the worst penny stocks out there and maybe they run and I make 10x or they don't and I lose it all. I mean, this is the Degenerate series. We just buy sub penny stocks and let's see how it goes. Maybe it dumps, maybe it runs. We'll see what happens, but Gmpr, like I mentioned in the previous video, this is one to keep an eye on, probably buy dips at 0006 or possibly 0005. This is the one you just buy and hold and wait to see if something happens in the near future. Probably the most important thing, more than anything, if they follow through, this is going to run. If it doesn't follow through, obviously it's just going to go back to 0001. But that's I mean, we're degenerates here, at least for this series. The share structure, as you can see here, nothing has changed. Almost 2 million market cap. Wow, that's a lot. 3 billion authorized shares, 2.6 billion outstanding shares. So there you go. Not much space for dilution as well. Nothing has changed. So they're not diluting us. Some people like to do that. Some companies, as soon as they see volume, they're like, "Ooh, dilution time." Thankfully, that's not happening. News today: terms of new acquisition agreed upon and anticipate LOI executed by both parties today and finalized on Monday, with detailed PR to follow. QVC and other exciting news on the way. So there you go, guys. This is one of those you just buy, and if they follow through, it's gonna run. And it can run big because I mean 0007, it can go hundreds of percentages. So there you go. That's one. If you want to take the risk, get in there with a couple $100, not too much. Don't go crazy, and you can make quite a bit. OPTI, another one to keep an eye on. These are the only two I'm in. OPTI, of course, I'm not just gonna blindly throw my money at anything, but I'm gonna choose the best ones that have the most potential for, hundreds of percentages in moves, especially with how cheap they are at 0000. The first OPTI press release will be out Monday. This was by Brett Rosen 4 hours ago. A little before the open, the release was just approved by my authorities and is being locked and loaded for release with the Newswire services today. This will be the first initial update about the derivative shareholder lawsuit with several more PRs to follow. It's going to be a little while before I can open up a new OPTI Twitter account for constant updates, so PRs and my personal Twitter account will have to suffice for now. RB Capital is not abandoning OPTI or the shareholders, as we could have just walked away when we got the judgment. Let's make this company great and show the world the OTC has some serious life in it. So let's see. Again, a lot of talk. Talk is cheap. Let's see if they walk. If they walk, we're gonna get it. Again, it can go from double zeros to pennies, and that's hella returns. But again, it super risky. This is why I normally don't do it. But for this series, absolutely, I am chasing, absolutely chasing. And you can see I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna throw hundreds of dollars. I fully expect to lose money. Fully expect to lose money. Yeah, $67, $51. This thing has to go like 2 to 3x for me to even make for me to even make money, because the commission's like I think $20 for Schwab. So yeah, like this thing better run at least to 001918 where we had the 200 Emma, and I'll probably double or almost triple my money there. OPTI here, dips being bought here. It's almost reminiscent of IGPK. If you look at IGPK, look at that. It had a dip and then ran up, dip, another run up possibly, and break of 133. We'll see. But right now, I am going to keep a close eye on OPTY. If Brett Rosen is serious about, actually doing something with this should be pennies in no time. And that's from here, it would be like what, 3x, 4x, depending on how high it goes. Remember, Sybil went from sub pennies to 6 cents. So there's just always that possibility that it has a huge run. Again, very risky. It's going to depend on whether the companies actually follow through on their word and don't dilute. We don't have to worry about a reverse split with OPTI. With GMPR, I'm not sure. I couldn't find anything regarding no reverse split. Or maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm thinking of another penny stock. But yeah, that's obviously always something to worry about. Like, oh, what if it reverse splits? I'm looking it up right now for you guys, but I don't. I believe they said no reverse split. That's always a big deal. You don't want to jump into something and they reverse split. Yeah, no, there hasn't been any confirmation of no reverse split, as far as I can tell here by looking at their. I'm looking at their Twitter or X or whatever. There has been no confirmation of no reverse split. So that's something to keep in mind. Probably a little more risky, but hey, look, this is the Degenerate series. Expect to lose money. If we make a lot of money, congratulations. I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.